Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
Yeah, hi, Jay Fallon here. So I've spoken quite a bit over the last couple of years about leadership, my thoughts on leadership, what I think is a good leadership traits. Also, because I used to be employed by the Queensland Police Service as a police officer and a physical surveillance officer, I was seconded to the CCC, the Crime and Corruption Commission, for quite a few years. I just given my thoughts about leadership and how I think the leadership within the Queensland Police Service is failing. And it really seems like no matter how much the leadership section fails, especially the commissioner and the police minister, Mark Ryan, no matter how many times they fail, for some reason, they just keep getting rewarded. They keep being given more rope, more rope. And who knows? I've got no idea. I don't really understand why or how Palaszczuk, our premier fearless leader, how she can continue allowing this pair to go on. In my opinion, just ruining Queensland Police Service. I did a story just a couple of weeks ago how the police minister, Mark Ryan, yet again on the attack for police, while talking about how they need more police and they're heavily recruiting, trying to get in police from overseas, which I think is, well, I think it's actually their main tactic at the moment. This is their end goal. They want to get police. They want to get people coming in from overseas, okay, and people that they can manipulate more, mold into the fashion, mold into the kind of police that they want to see. Police that won't question too much, okay. Anyway, looking at the leadership in the Queensland Police Service, you can see why they have such poor results when it comes to recruitment, why they fail, why they struggle so much to recruit police. I just want to talk briefly about the Queensland, the Working for Queensland survey, which came out not that long ago. Every year, the government workers in Queensland have to do a survey. And just going off what Dr. Terry Goldsworthy had said, he goes, if you want some evidence on why the Queensland Police Service is in the state it is in, the latest Working for Queensland survey does provide some insights. This is the one that came out from 2022. So apparently the questions have changed a little, but you can still get some gauge of the difference from 2021 to 2022. The last one that I did personally would have been 2021. I finished my employment with QPS in October of 2022. So in 2021, the overall positive response to the organizational leadership questions sat at 41%. It's down dismally. Now, contrast that to the 2022 survey, where positive responses to the executive group, the leadership, has now declined to just 29%. In addition to that, 30% of respondents wanted to leave the organization either immediately or within 12 months. Another 25% stated they would stay for the next year or two. These organizational results really are staggering and are substantially down when compared to other government departments. No wonder why we have a policing crisis in Queensland. He finishes by saying, where is the accountability for these poor results, though? And this is something that I've questioned for a while, and I struggle to find the answer, because it seems like no matter how many mistakes the commissioner makes and the police minister, Katarina Carroll, the commissioner, and Mark Ryan, the police minister, no matter how many mistakes they make, no matter how many bad decisions they make, they continue to be allowed to keep their jobs, continue in their roles. Look, this survey just gives some insight, as I said before, as to the poor leadership, the state of the poor state that the Queensland Police Service is in, how most officers are thinking, how they want to get out, why Queensland Police Service has such a poor recruitment drive. Well, they've got a good recruitment drive going, but why they are performing so poorly in the recruitment area, why people don't want to join specifically the Queensland Police Service. So before we go on anymore, I just want to share this latest video with you about their recruitment drive that's currently happening for Queensland Police Service. The amount of money that they are throwing to get people to move here, obviously police from other areas around Australia, and also international recruits that they are looking for. It's a shame if they want to spend all this money getting other people here. It's a shame they couldn't just take the time to maybe listen to the police who are already working here and see and acknowledge their failures and take action. But instead of looking within and maybe admitting where they have failed themselves, they're just continuing on with more harebrained schemes of getting people in to join the QPS from outside of Queensland. But anyway, let's check this out.
The Queensland Police Service has launched its largest ever recruitment campaign as an officer shortage hits crisis point. The Commissioner confirming tonight a new watch house is being set up for law-breaking youths.
Armed with confidence and a new advertising campaign, Queensland Police target new recruits to bolster a thinning blue line.
It is going to be challenging, and I've been quite frank about that.
The Police Commissioner herself promoting the cause.
Yeah, she's been quite frank about that. She needs to be honest and acknowledge that she is a very large portion of the problem.
There's a lot of different opportunities.
As the government struggles to deliver its promise of more than 1,400 new officers by 2025.
There's over 1,300 applicants in the recruit pipeline.
330.
That fella, Mark Ryan, always making up statistics, 1,300 in the pipeline. You go back over his statements over the last couple of years, and couldn't lie straight in bed, that fella.
30 of those from overseas, others are being lured from interstate with a controversial $20,000 bonus to move.
I know some police have expressed their concern. It costs.
Now some police have expressed their concern. She won't listen to any of their concerns. This is the problem. She doesn't listen to anyone other than herself. She talks to her. I swear she'd get up in the morning, look at herself in the mirror and say, "Hey, Katerina, got any more harebrained schemes that I can cook up?" She is the only voice that she will listen to. That's half the problem here. Arrogance.
It costs a lot of money to relocate.
I'm about solutions and outcomes, and I want people through the door.
And on the beat to battle
Ian Levers. I'm about
the state's youth crime epidemic.
A newly built watch house is earmarked to tackle the problem, with plans for a child-specific facility to open next month.
The newest watch house that we would do at this stage would be Caboolture.
This tiny room, the exercise yard for locked up kids.
I wouldn't put my dogs in those circumstances.
If there's not enough places left in a youth detention centre, if they're in a watch house, so be it.
Rachel Baxter.
There you go. Do you hear what Ian Levers just said? If there's not enough room in a youth detention centre, well, then so be it. Just put them in a watch house. So that there goes against their own human rights. As we've seen before with Queensland Police Service, if they want, they can espouse all they want about human rights and how they stand up for human rights. But the minute it becomes inconvenient for them, they will step all over human rights. Now, everyone can see we have to do something about youth crime, but you need to do it the right way. And you can't just overlook human rights just because it's flipping inconvenient, Ian Levers. You like to overlook anything that's inconvenient to you. This is the problem with QPS in general. Like I said, they went on the attacking their own police several years ago. They continued on with that attack. Police don't receive any worthwhile help from the police union. And then they whinge and whine and wonder, why can't we get people to join the Queensland Police Service? And they are not held accountable for their poor, disgraceful leadership. Anyway, just another example. But this is happening globally. It's happening worldwide. We don't seem to have any good leaders in the world. And you look around the world at the moment, there's just people making epic mistakes, and yet they're all allowed to continue on. It's global. It's a disease. We're in a pandemic of poor leadership. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Queensland Police Service continuing to fail. The leadership continuing to fail. Mark Ryan, Katarina Carroll, never held accountable for anything wrong that they do. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening to the Slippery Slope.
They just fuel a desire that will take me